Yo, what's good, basketball heads? It's your boy Crush. So here go Michael Malone, the coach of the Denver Nuggets, admitting and accepting blame that he ran the players, he ran his stars into the ground. Especially in Game 7, Nikola Jokic played 24 minutes, a whole half, no rest, no break. Imagine you're 7 foot, almost 300 pounds, and you get zero rest, no breather. So he played the entire second half, and the man was exhausted. He had nothing left. And you hear dudes online talking about we're making excuses. Denver ain't my team. Minnesota sure isn't my team. So I'm not picking sides. I didn't really care who win, but I'm just calling what I saw. Nikola Jokic was exhausted. They ran him into the ground. Michael Malone made a mistake not giving him a break in the fourth quarter. Even 3 minutes would have helped. Not a long break, just a quick, decent break for him to recover. But if you're going to play a center 24 minutes, a whole half, no break, he's not going to make it. Or if he do make it, he can't give you much because he don't have the energy. You got to call it for what it is. I don't care what sports it is. You could take the best player in the greatest condition. If you play him for an entire half with no break, he's going to be exhausted. Even if he's not a center. It's just common sense. That is where I feel Michael Malone messed up at. They should have given Joker a break. A 3-minute break, and just hold on. Hopefully the others could get it done while he's resting. But if you're going to play him an entire half, down the stretch, to close the game, he can't give you much. His legs is not there. He's tired. He's exhausted. And that's what happened. The Timberwolves got it done. So I'm not here to make excuses for Denver. They lost. I don't care how they lost. They lost. But my point is, they ran the team into the ground, especially Nikola Jokic in Game 7. And now here goes Michael Malone coming out and saying, yes, I might have exhausted my players and the team. Which he did. I felt like he did. You got to get your rest in, man. You have to get your rest in. Yes, it's the playoff. You're going to play longer than normal, longer than usual. Of course, we know that. But you still got to find breaks to give your stars and your main players, your starters, a breather. If you don't, when it's time to close the game, it's time to execute, they don't have the energy, they don't have the leg, and they can't perform. And that's what bit them in Game 7. Because they went up by 20 in the third quarter. At one point, they were up by 20. Imagine that. Denver Nuggets up by 20 and lost? That is very odd. That's real peculiar. If you look at the history and when Denver is up by 20, they normally win those games, especially in the playoffs. In the Timberwolves series, when they came out and they put their foot on their necks and they went up by a big margin, they won those games. So Game 7, you could see the difference, man. They went up by a lot. They went in halftime up by like 15 or something like that. And I thought it was over. I'm not going to lie. I was like, this is it. Game over. And somehow the Wolves managed to rally back and win the game. Hats off to them. But I definitely think fatigue played a role in that, especially when you're playing Nikola Jokic for an entire half. So Michael Malone felt like he ran him into the ground, not just in the playoff, starting with the regular season. It's sports. Things accumulate over time. So if your players aren't getting optimal rest in the regular season, heading into the playoff, when they get there, they might be juiced out, exhausted. So you got to manage resting. You got to manage their time. You got to make sure you don't run your players into the ground. And this year, that seems to be the case with the Denver Nuggets. Once again, the Wolves were the better team in the end. Hats off to them. I'm not making excuses. I don't care who advanced. I didn't care. So I'm not making excuses. I'm just saying he clearly ran him into the ground. Despite Jamal Murray not playing his best basketball this postseason, especially in the Wolves series. But beyond that, they got ran into the ground, man. That's how I feel. I feel like Nikola Jokic in Game 7 should have gotten more rest than they gave him. The man is almost 300 pounds. Imagine that running up and down the court. You got to give him some rest, even 2 minutes. Anything would have helped. But they felt like they had no choice but to play him for the entire half, the entire second half. And that is detrimental, man. Hence why they got bounced. And this is proof that time management and making sure your players are good, they get optimal rest, they're healthy, that's very important when you're heading into the playoff. This is why you never want to run your players into the ground in the regular season. Overplay them, exhaust them, because you risk injuries, you risk them being tired. There's so many things that could accumulate from you doing that. So this is what Michael Malone had to say. On one hand, we got 2 seed. And on the other hand, I'm watching our players play in Game 7 in the second half. And our guys look dead tired. I think you guys probably saw the same thing. So did I run our players into the ground? I'm sure that's definitely part of it. And that's exactly how I felt when I was watching the series in Game 7. I didn't feel that way in the other games, no. Game 7, you could see it, man. They looked gassed. Joker was done. By the fourth quarter, the Joker, he's done. The man got no rest. He's done. And of course, the Wolves, they're going to exploit that. And on top of that, 4 of the Nuggets starters, including Nikola Jokic, played more than 75 of the 81 games, which clearly took a toll on their health. I know in the 90s, a lot of players played 82. They played a lot of games. And I'm not saying you can't have your team play majority of the games, but you got to protect your star when he's a center and he's almost 300 pounds. All that running up and down is wearing on his joints. You risk injury because he's a very big body running up and down for almost 81 games. And this is why you got to be very conscious of their minutes, their rest period. All these things is important in the regular season. Like I said, I'm not one to make excuses for any players. I don't care, lose or win or lose, it doesn't matter. I'm not going to make excuses for Denver. They lost, period. So I'm not here to make excuses. I'm only talking about what I felt happened because of the coaching decisions. I'm not here to say, oh yeah, if they had this, they lost. It's over. But I am sure Michael Malone, moving forward in the future, he's going to make better decisions, better coaching decisions, better decisions managing his players, resting them. Because as you can see, eventually it'll take its toll in the playoff. There's a chance they might be exhausted. And in Game 7, Jamal Murray and Nikola Jokic both gave it 30 plus. No other player on the Nuggets even crossed the double-digit mark in scoring. So they had no help. Once again, not making excuses, they lost. They had no help in Game 7. Michael Porter Jr. didn't show up. Aaron Gordon, KCP. If your starters, they're all on vacation, you're going to lose. You need somebody to come along for the ride. That's just sports in general. So I expect this offseason for the Nuggets organization, the front office, to go out, get another wing or two, and definitely get a backup center. They're going to need a backup center. He don't have to be the greatest offensive center. He just needs to be good enough. He could play good defense and hold it down while Nikola Jokic get his rest. But as always, I'll holla. As always, we just talking basketball. Hit the subscribe button, like, comment, share. Holla at your boy.
It's all about the game and how you play it. It's all about the game. I'ma say it. It's all about the game.